Welcome to the birthplace of college football. The State University of New Jersey, the campus of Rutgers in Piscataway, and we are ready for what ought to be a tremendous game today. Umass will kick off and will be underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Rutgers Scarlet Knights offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the option. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical. Defense, it brings up a fourth down. The Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Bringing it back, it's Massey. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So the UMass Minutemen have the ball for the first time, and their offense will go to work. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
After misfiring, it's second down. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want it.
UMass will line up to punt it away. And the returner will be knocked down. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
The option look. Quick toss. At the 40, there he goes. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Got him and nobody's close. Oh, look out. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the 1st down. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
Umass 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Mike.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab over the middle. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get through.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Feeling some heat. Buys a little extra time. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that's a great job by the defense, not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Gets it out quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Got room at the 35. Running toward the tape. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Run it with the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Sometimes you try to fool the defense with the fullback. Not fooled there.
Well, you better block for him. Goodness gracious, that's supposed to be a quick hitter, get me a few short yards, and there was nowhere to hit it. They just got hit in the backfield and brought the big fella down quickly.
They'll run it from the gun. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Offense facing 4th down.
Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
Rutgers 7, Umass 0.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. The give to the fullback. Can White cross the plane to get the... First down.
No mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
And the Scarlet Knights are marching down the field. The big fullback's got it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. And first down, obviously, is the right down to do it. But now limits the options a little bit more. Second down after that loss of yards play.
They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Umass 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Massey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The UMass offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been it.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. UMass will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. What a defensive play to stop the scoring threat, make the interception, and then have the return go up near midfield. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He leaves it with his back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Harding. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. UMass will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down. At midfield, he's got room. He's off to the races. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Shakes off the tackler. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete to the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Going up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They'll line up for a second down play. Motion from the offense. On the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The Scarlet Knights have moved it inside the 20. Runs through the tackle. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Scarlet Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes his connection. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Rutgers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Fielded in the end zone. It's Massey. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at him. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Rutgers!
That is so impressive. Not only was it a great catch, but also he made sure he had 1 foot in bounds to get the touchdown. Beautiful job.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all.
Rutgers, 37, Umass.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Makes the catch. It's Harding. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The UMass offense returns to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably.
And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough space. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And the beatdown has ensued.
After starting the season 0-1, they knew they needed more from their offense in this game. They just had to find ways to make more explosive plays, and that's what they've been able to do. They've executed at a tremendous level. I really like the quarterback play and the leadership that he's showing, and because of that, they look like they're going to get back to 500. And let's see where this team can go.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UCF is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things inside the bounce house. Trust me when I tell you that. On the field and off it. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wisconsin. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
You see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Umass will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Scrambling away. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
That's a great job of the defense turning the page. You just gave up a big completion. You come right back here. You defend another shot down the field. That should hopefully give them a little bit of confidence.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. It's complete on the right side. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion.
A shot toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball raining out of bounds.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And that one is right on target if his target was the 1st row. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. But man, just a mishap, a little overthrown.
They're working that left side. Spins away. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would...
Touchdown, Scarlet Knights! And the stomping has commenced.
First and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Massey. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He makes the catch. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42. Umass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Umass will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller
makes the catch down the right side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And the punishment has been extended. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Fielded in the end zone, it's Massey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The running back has it. Open space at the 25. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. To the ground. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Umass will line up to punt it away. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll go to the fullback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll try the right side. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
The Scarlet Knights have their offense in high gear. He'll keep it himself. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Rutgers! And the pummeling has started.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Umass 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Elliott. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UMass offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Hairston. Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 30. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He'll pull it on the read. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys.
Touchdown, Rutgers. And the route is on.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Dropping back, it's Hairston. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And the Scarlet Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't...
Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. Rutgers, 79. Umass.
He'll bring it out. It's Elliott. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UMass offense returns to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now
they come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better.
He's loose down the left side. The 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. Scanning the field, it's Hairston. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. You You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. And the Scarlet Knights want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win.